Hello my friends, Stark here, Thursday, 3rd of July, 2014. And for those of you living in the United States of America, have a great Independence Day tomorrow. I'm really loving this 1989 Ford F700 Rollback recovery truck that I recently purchased in Florida. She has a 20-foot steel bed, and a wheel lift, I drove the truck approximately 1,100 miles from Florida to her new home here in Northeast Indiana without any problems. Surely that's a sign of a good truck. Best of all, she has the industrial Ford 7.8 liter turbo diesel engine. The Ford 7.8 is a straight six, was developed by Ford themselves and principally built in Brazil. It is utterly unrelated to the international 7.3 V8 turbo diesel. Grab a flashlight. There's our turbocharger. The international 7.3 liter V8 diesel is a good engine, and in fact I have one in this 1988 International S series. But the 7.3 is a light to medium duty engine, whereas the 7.8 is a solid medium duty engine. This truck isn't real high on horsepower, likes to go about 50 miles per hour, but it makes up for it in torque. A few times that I missed a gear and went too high, it just grunted and got on with the job. No rattle or shake. Well, when I was in Florida, I checked all around this truck as carefully as I could for both mechanical problems and rust, and I only found rust in 2 places. Overall the cab is excellent, but there is a rust hole in this corner, front corner of the driver's footwell. And the other location that she's rusted is on this horizontal bar of the headache rack. And it's rusted right through. There's actually holes through it, so this support bar will have to be cut out and replaced. And that's fairly straightforward given that it's a steel bed. Drove her 1,100 miles from Florida, no problems. Engine runs like the proverbial top. One thing that I wasn't able to check, however, in Florida was oil leaks and oil drips. The seller did not have a concrete or asphalt driveway. The truck was parked over dirt, and in fact the road that he lived on was also unmade, just a Florida dirt road. And I didn't realize until the truck was here in my own workshop and parked on concrete that she's a little bit leaky. I guess that Florida sand just absorbed all of the oil drips. Well, she's leaking in several places: the oil pan gasket, the valve cover gasket, and also some fairly major leaks around the two oil filters, which were on so loose that I was able to remove them with one finger and thumb. The oil pan on these 7.8s was originally covered with a noise shield, which is made from plastic and lined with glass fiber, I guess just to quieten the engine a little bit. So I had to remove this before removing the oil pan. I don't plan on replacing the shield. I think I'll leave it off the truck because I fear that it will just serve to trap moisture. You know how one job leads to another? This certainly happened here. So I wanted to remove the oil pan to change the gasket, and discovered that the oil pan had a little bit of surface rust, nothing too bad, but I really like this truck and I want to keep it up together. So I had the oil pan sandblasted and then painted in a heavy duty industrial paint, which is just about the same shade of color as original. I don't know this for a fact, so I'm taking a guess here, but I'm thinking that this is Ford 8N or close to it, which is a attractive color. And the reason I'm thinking that is that the 7.8 liter Ford engine has its origins in agriculture. It was used in Ford New Holland tractors and in combine harvesters. So I'm guessing that Ford painted them in the Ford 8N grey. Oh, it looks pretty with this tough enamel paint. Let's have a look under the engine, given that the oil pan is removed. The 7.8 is a beast of an engine. There are the two oil filter bosses, 1 and 2, which were responsible for much of the oil leakage. The cast iron at the bottom of the engine block skirt is 2 inches thick. Massive 7 main bearing crankshaft. And if you look close, you might be able to see a couple of lobes of the camshaft just
dripping oil there. And at the front we can see the gear-driven oil pump. Huge pump pipe. And there's the pickup gauze, which I just cleaned. Wow. I'm holding the camera in one hand and a flashlight in the other, so I can't hold anything up to get an idea of scale, but those connecting rods are simply enormous. This really is truly a medium duty engine and not a light to medium. I remember reading that the metallurgy of the Ford 6.6 and 7.8 engines, the 6.6 was just a junior 7.8, is such that the nickel content was so high that the bottom ends are as hard as nails. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope I didn't bore you with my love for the Ford 7.8. Take care. See you next time.